Hello.
Hello, guys. Hello, Jukka. Hello, Timo. How are you guys?
We are fine. How are you?
Great.
Hello.
Happy to have you on board.
Yeah, pleasure having you, both of you, with us. That's the first time we have two great experts at the
That's
same
what I was
time.
going to say. Expert and friends, so it's great. We're going to have fun, and I'm pretty sure. I know you guys. We talked before and all that. I'm sure we're going to have a fun session.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Right, Timo.
Well, at the moment, I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you too much. So I'll try
We hear
to
you
get my
well.
connection.
We hear you well.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's start with quick introduction about our guest today. We have Jukka, is a digital transformation expert, an AI-powered product strategy leader with over 25 years of experience in digital innovations and accelerating growth. And he has worked for multiple enterprises, multiple businesses. Nokia was one of them. And as well, we have Timo, who is an expert with 28 years of experience in building, scaling, and leading global innovation portfolios. And he is leading design, incubation, and AI-driven initiatives for multiple companies and multinationals. Thank you guys for accepting our invite, having you with us today in the live. I will give you the floor to introduce yourself, show more about your background and value. Who would like to start? Timo and Jukka.
I can start. Hey, pleasure to be here. So I have a long history of being a curious person. I started my career with search engine competing against Google in 2000. So being aware of algorithms back then already, and then moved from there to creating new innovations. And last time I was in corporate innovation world was in Cargotec, where we were building a new global solutions for Asia, US, Europe, and it's been great journey. And of course, the AI has been like one of the key areas where we worked in Cargotec and other companies with the algorithms.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good. Hello all. My name is Timo Tiainen. I've been working in a big corporations like Konet. There I made a fairly long career, starting from a design area, and then gradually working towards kind of concepts creation, and then to innovation, driving and building innovation organizations and scaling them to China and to Singapore from Finland. And then worked also on the strategic design, which then included also close collaboration with the corporate business and strategy organizations. After that, I jumped to Fortum, which is a big energy company here in Nordics, where I was leading the innovation organization, focusing more on the business side of innovation. Building internal startups, created a kind of customer-centric innovation funnel, so to kind of build the way of doing innovation in a kind of a systematic, scalable way. and then now very recently jumped into OP, which is a kind of financial group here in Finland, doing kind of financial and insurance services for people and companies. And I've been now working here for a couple of weeks as a head of design. So that's my background, and how it is related to AI is that I'm seeing now that it is really kind of a big change coming up here, where we are actually seeing that AI is actually changing the fundamentals of the way we are working.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that later more.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
We
for
have
that.
a lot of points we need to discuss and learn from you today. But let's just start with the initial might be initiative in any corporate or business. Before the AI, always businesses were looking to start like new subsidiaries or new ventures from their core business to diversify their revenues, to have multiple business aspects or targeting multiple consumers or customers. But I think with the AI, it's accelerating even this kind of initiative or mindset much more with the design. How do you think the AI comes to reshape the way this can work for corporates?
Mm. Will
Do
you
you
go,
want
Jukka, first, and then I will then come with my design angle to it.
Yeah.
I think that the AI is a huge change. It's not just a small improvement. So as we know that it's going to change how we work, design, and think, and come up with the new ideas. We are going to get enormous amount of new ideas with the AI. So there will be human AI collaboration in the future, and
Yeah.
that will be the most significant change. And when we think about AI, it's going to also revolutionize business models, because nowadays we aren't seeing so much performance-based type of agreements. But when the AI comes, I think that business models are going to change more and more to the performance-based, where the algorithms, AI, and other automations are creating significant financial impact on the companies.
Even inside like because we know that like new companies, or when you try to create like a branch or even a subsidiary or a new startup inside the corporate, do you see that also will happen inside the corporation itself?
I think so. We have seen already in Finland in the teleoperator businesses that there are like coming these kind of B brands that are started from the scratch and hyper automated. So that will be the one thing that will revolutionize the different industries, and especially in digital industries. Maybe even those that are thinking that they are secure in their niche area with the physical products, even those will be changed, because the AI will speed up all the kind of points when you are doing corporate innovation, and
Yeah.
that will be the task of everyone in the companies.
Yeah, so you see it more like the core need will be like what, like multi agents platform that will do the automations and all that. That's what you were saying, like Jukka, if I get it right.
Yeah, that's definitely it, because in Finland we already see some of the teleoperators that are hyper automated. They have handful of people working in the company, and all the rest are already automated, and they can kind of serve huge audience. So they don't have the friction of the employees in their processes that is in the old companies, because it takes time and effort to transform the people thinking, like the learning from the old habits. And that comes also to the design. Timo, we discussed this beforehand, and how AI will impact on that.
Absolutely, it will impact design, and it will impact innovation in a way that what we are now seeing is that we used to use tools in a way that let's do this and let's use these tools, and that's the way we are accelerating. But now we are not even talking AI as a tool. We are talking AI as a person. We are kind of, let's ask AI, let's give a task to AI. AI is coming as a member of the team to work with us, and it is kind of a change of a narrative. It is change of a way of working. And what it is also enabling us is to kind of enormous scalability and speeding up when you are having that kind of ability, that these agents that you can start to call them AI colleagues.
Yeah.
You can build teams in a matter of minutes that are multi-talented. You can bring customers and AI to work with you, and it just kind of changed the way we are thinking about this.
Yeah.
And go, Mohammed.
No, I was just that's exactly what we are trying to educate for our audience and our clients, that AI it will should be treated as a team member, as if you're hiring a new member and you need to transfer part of your knowledge and experience to this new member. He's getting the best graduation from whatever university, very top-notch university, but still he needs to get more details about how you run your business to give you a tailored feedback. And that's very crucial for the people or businesses who need to start use the AI, but they still struggle on where to start or how to get the value out of it.
Yeah, and just for everyone, like what you see, like Timo is like, now you're right. And at the end of the digital transformation, like using the different tools we're starting to get like a hustle, like all these tools that exist on the market, which one to use, which one to integrate. Everyone was integrated with everyone. Everyone was doing the same, but not the same. So it was even it was a business to choose. Like it was a consultant like me as I was as Mohammed. Like it was also our job to narrow, but it was a hustle. It was a job of a kind. And what you were saying, like now is these multi-agent, like the company, and that's what we built also for like companies, like these multi-agents that could be like, yes, an agent can be a customer, an agent can be the one that handles the integrations and all that. So you mean like the AI will be able to choose like almost the tools and maybe integrate, and you work with one tool? Do you see that coming, like only working with these AI agents platform? Or
yeah, probably that is possible, but that needs to kind of we need to have a mindset shift in a way. We need to work in a different way. It's a different skill how to do the job now in a way. So basically you use them, the kind of tools to help you to do the things. Now you are basically changing in a way that you are asking them to do the job for you, and you are kind of supervising, leading, guiding, selecting. So it's a different profession actually. But in a way, and you need to be very careful there, because you can get loads of ideas, proposals in a very short time. So how do you kind of understand, or how do you manage the way that you are still leading, or you are still making the call kind of decisions? And it's very difficult if you haven't practiced that. So we need to start learning to work in a different way.
You're right. Everything.
Yeah,
Jukka.
and definitely, like it's not only the kind of bottom, like the teams are not only empowered with the AI, but I think that in the future we will see a lot of different tools coming up to the executive level, even the board level, that they know where the company is in their renewal journey. And that's I think that's the key in the future, that the board are in board kind of that they know what's happening in the company. If they aren't, they will be perished in 10 years, because if they don't have a long-term kind of a relationship with the whole company and know what what the heck is happening there, and how they are investing the money, and how these investments are creating future cash flows. They won't exist in 10 years.
Yeah. It's just like as we were saying, like the era many years ago on digital transformation. Same thing here. Like even if we say that experts of AI say AI exists since many years now, but adoptions inside corporates, it's all new, and they don't know where exactly to go. Where, as you were saying, Timo, like new jobs, it's a new job to even use it, like to talk to it, and maybe it will be a new job to teach or to trainings, or there's business. We're getting back to business models on that.
Absolutely. And probably also the solutions that we are able to develop then utilizing AI. So put the AI in the core of your solution. It changes also the way the customer is behaving. And you are offering completely new values. You are offering completely new way of interacting with you. So basically, it's a 10 years old concept. This kind of zero UI that was taught there in a way that the latest UI is no UI, and we are there. We are very close to that in a way, because UI is it's a kind of a way that the machine can interact with human. Well, human develops over kind of thousands of years or tens of thousands of years. So we haven't developed a lot during this digital era. But now the digital kind of things, tools, kind of agents are able to talk our language, and it's a fundamental change.
Yeah. You're right. I love it. In each talk we have like taglines like no data, no AI, no we have like these kind of things. I like what you said, like the new UI will be no UI. You're right. No, but if we envision, you're right, we won't even need it. Like it will be all integrated. You'll just talk to an agent. He'll do it's something different that when you say it, like we're starting to imagining it, but it's not yet or almost, but I get your vision. Thanks, Timo. I'll note that one. We'll need to do like taglines of all the talks, Mohammed, on the thing. Get me to switch like so we know in corporations there's a lot of strategy where corporates was asking major big consulting company to build their strategy or internal strategy. How do you see like, and we know we can use AI to build a strategy. How do you see like the impact of AI inside the business strategy? Like will we rely on the AI to build our strategy? Do we still need these big consulting firms? Are they over? Like what's your thoughts about that? I see Timo wants to jump on it.
Well, I don't think that the big consulting companies will disappear. They might be actually using the AI a lot in their kind of services. But also the capabilities that the AI will bring to the corporations is a massive, because suddenly you can sort out the data that is out there and within your company that was impossible to kind of put it into kind of understandable or manageable packages. Suddenly you are able to do that. So you are able to condense the information to the kind of size that you are able to make decisions. And that's a huge kind of change also from the management perspective. Of course, you can also, if you want to work in a way that you want to understand how the maybe the different futures are unfolding and build your strategy on that, the AI can do the kind of future predictions you constantly, in a way that it is updated constantly, and it's a big change, I would say.
And I would say that they can also condense and augment. So I know that there's a Finnish company in parallel that is working on the strategy side, and there you can like download whole your strategy, and it kind of sets up the ontologies and augments it. So it can kind of also help the corporates to find out new revenue pockets and places where to go with the current talent or current skill set that they have. So we will see. I think that the companies that or corporates that are currently can be in 5 years from now totally different because they have been augmenting their reality with the AI.
Mm-hmm. I think for this kind of planning strategy, this big companies for consultation and strategy or data, if we can say, the more powerful added value they can bring to the market is the data itself, because more clean. Whenever the AI starts to accelerate and evolve, it will need more clean data, and that's the core value of those consultants to get out of it like clearer strategy, more accurate strategy, not just something biased or something not related to the actual businesses. Whenever we train the AI to our own data for our own business, the result is crazy. It's insane. It changes a lot of things. That takes us to the next point, which after the planning and after the strategy, we start to think of the process to execute, the process of implementing whatever thoughts we have. The question I have, how do you think companies can leverage the AI to accelerate the process of product development, decision making, or even market expansion or penetration? How do you think about this?
Maybe Timo, you can start.
Well, yeah, sure. So in a way, you actually, when you are doing kind of building new innovation, new business with AI, you are building scalability from the scratch. So basically, in a way, we are talking about MVPs, and we are kind of entering the market very carefully, so that we are able to do what we are planning to do. We are able to keep the speed. So we need to narrow down. We need to focus. And why is that? Is that we have limited resources. We are limited capability to bring the things to the market. So it might be actually that we are also seeing a shift here, because now it might be that the limitations are not there anymore, or they are less, and the speed is increasing, because you can kind of scale the teams in a way that you couldn't before. You are able to penetrate into a market faster. You are able to kind of do the things that used to be a kind of expensive and slow. You are able to do them in a kind of a fraction of a cost very fast. So it might be that this is also happening. Or what do you think, Jukka?
Yeah, I think so, because I think that the scalability will be totally different. So because of the hyper automation and on that side, so if there is talented people with the well done processes and using right technologies, they can build a so hyper automated business process that even from like the happiest country in the world, Finland, we can easily kind of create a global solution.
I say that. I'll check. I'll check now. Be careful, Jukka, what you're saying.
Who knows?
This is a human thought.
Yeah.
A biased human thought. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I think so, and but it needs to be built in systematic way, and of course, if you want to be scalable, hyper scalable, creating hyper scalable product, you have to make decisions on the journey when you are building the new idea to the product. And you have to take these kind of decisions that you might be having ABC decisions, and A is something that is old-fashioned, and C might be that it's something that you can make hyper scalable product, and but you will lose some other things when selecting that, and you choose the hyperscalability because AI can work on that or leverage.
Yeah, it's I'm getting back on what also you guys said. It's gathering a little bit of everything. We're always getting at the same place. Is that even inside big corporation, when you launch an internal venture or a subsidiary, you have to go, as Timo was saying, like the MVP way, MVP mode, whatever, which we worked on with Mohammed. Like during we still we do AI MVPs now, but the same thing, like you were, and we say it with to our clients and all that. You to validate and to go to your market, you have to even go faster than before. All the process and AI is catching up, and so you even have to go a lot faster, and you can go to your market faster. So that's what you can accelerate to all your process, ideation, prototyping, and the go-to market like very very fast than before you were waiting. And if we push even the thing, as you were saying, if we start from day one building our internal, I'm talking even for a big company, a big a big corporate inside, if you start to think your venture from MVP and with AI from day one, you can start to put inside the good data. And as we were saying, with all the agents, one of them could be like customer feedbacks. Okay, I've launched this has an MVP here, and you have all the data to feed him what happened, because we know that after an MVP, you have like, what do? You iterate, you're on the good road, or you iterate, or you kill it. And it's okay to kill it. You lose a little bit of money, but you kill it. So that's where also the AI can accelerate instead of like going back and gathering. If you train all that and you have the good data inside, all your decision making from all along your journey it's a game changer. And we have to, as you were saying, I don't know who said it, I don't remember. Yeah, but you have to integrate it since day one in your process. Even in an MVP, even in an internal venture to build it.
And this is a super exciting point that when you're talking about this kind of AI as a customer, because we are still working in a way that we are creating customer personas, and then we are kind of thinking about that how this persona is kind of would be kind of working in this kind of solution and that sort of things. But AI might be actually a living persona, a kind of a true customer that has separate need from another kind of a customer AI. So you can have a bunch of customers, you can have hundreds of customers constantly working with you. And that is, of course, if you think about agile way of working, so that the feedback loop needs to be fast. So and the customer feedback loop in that kind of setting is extreme. And that is also changing the way that we are kind of able to validate our assumptions and go forward. And of course, end of the day, you probably need to bring it to the real customers, but actually through the process, this is so much faster, so much cheaper.
Yeah, you directly kind of enter to the market with the most lovable product or ready product in a matter of months or weeks.
Yeah, weeks, days.
Or days, because the software development of the software is so much faster, validation is more faster, all these all the things in build, measure, learn loop is so much faster. So it will change, and let's see how the corporates will take that into account in their processes, because to be honest, corporates are sluggish, and the internal politics is there, and
it's long. Yeah, we see it, like even us, like even if we don't talk about corporates, even like let's say large SMEs, when we do like proposals on our side to integrate like a AI solution, the sales cycle is very long, honestly. Like it goes back, they come back, they want it, you see the excitement, but it goes on the layer. Some are scared, and so the sales cycle, we just realized that it's counterintuitive, like, because we know we have to go fast in AI, we can implement fast, we can do fast, but at the same time in bigger companies, the decision is still slow. As you were saying, Timo, it's with you, like the one that doesn't do the shift or whatever in 10 years, it's yeah, bye bye. Sorry, sorry for them, but you're right.
And the question is how to kind of the decision makers that are like executive level, how can
Yeah.
they keep up in this kind of rapid world when there's new products are coming up, let's say in weeks, matter of weeks, days, even faster, and they should be kind of somehow accountable and within the process. So I think that in the future, even now the corporates are struggling with the transparency and how to invest and how to be transparent for the whole organization. And in the future, that will be even bigger problem for the corporates if they don't do something or develop something that helps with that problem.
Yeah. This is actually a very good point that Jukka is raising here. Because in all the corporations I've been working, there is loads of information, loads of data in a separate pockets. You don't find it because it's so much. And another thing is that you don't find it because you can't get an access to it because they are confidential. So not everybody can have an access, but AI could have an access. So basically you could have a kind of now tools to a full visibility what's going on in the company, and also kind of an army of workers who are never tired to search that information. And that would give a transparency for the corporation, so that you are not doing any more overlapping work and you are not overlooking a kind of information that you already have, or you are not doing studies that you already did earlier in a different department, that sort of things. And that is kind of bringing lots of kind of efficiency into corporations, that if this is, and I think when this is happening.
Yeah, I think part of this as well from during my work in the corporate, some of corporates I worked for, there were two main challenges for leaders to take decisions. The first one was the data accessibility, because most of the time that they were wasting to take a decision is to get the data, is to get some insights from their teams. When the team goes and collect the data from whatever place it is and they get back, that's one of the main challenges, that leaders taking a long time to take this decision. The other challenge I have seen as well, sometimes even if the leader or the board have this transparency and open mind to share all the details, the second or third layers are not the same. And sometimes they're hiding some of stuff to protect their positions or to protect their staff. But whenever we have a centralized AI thing that has all the data there, anyone can ask the question. If they are eligible, they will get the answer. If the leader has a question about whatever thing, like how much revenues we get last quarter, this question can be answered in less than a second if these data are clean enough in proper system, instead of just waiting for hours or might in some cases days. I've seen this just to get a question answered, how much we sold last quarter or last month.
Jukka, go.
Yeah, and I think about how much these boring tasks will be taken away. So when you have this kind of hive of information where you can ask all the things, that how the team is doing, have we done the right decisions, is it moving forward, is it like creating value for the company, and so on. So and maybe the reporting will disappear also, that it's findable from the future portfolios.
But I go back in a more broader view. Like I don't blame the decision makers, like to even decide quickly, like to implement AI, do this and this, because it goes so fast. Honestly, I've never seen something going so fast in the business world. Like even us, when we're fast, like we always work that way. We're not a big corporation style, we're more startup way, and that's also a big part of our experience. So we're used to go fast, change, a new tool, we use it. But now even like we're starting a project with a client, we had this bottleneck. We answer it with AI. We do our research and all that. And during the project, something new comes in, and it could have worked. No, I never seen that. But I mean, not a little thing. It's a big thing that it was a struggle. Oh, we have the answer with an open model, whatever, and comes, and it's crazy. Honestly, it's crazy. So I understand. Like at the same time, it's scary because it goes. Never seen something go so fast in the. Yeah.
Maybe the new thing is that build fast, kill fast. Because you never know. Even you are shorting the time from idea kind of testing.
Yeah, talking about humans. This is something I wanted to. That's going to. I think very interesting insights is that we always talk about how you balance human interactions and also innovation, AI, and how human will collaborate with the AI. But what I want to see with you, like how you see, like I don't want to necessarily talk about human collaboration, but creativity. We know that humans, we are creative, and how do you balance it? Because does AI will replace creativity? I want your point of view, of course, but creativity is something very different than human behavior. So what's your thought about how we'll balance that in corporate?
Well, I think that what AI is good at is a kind of collecting and going through a massive amounts of data and analyzing that based on the kind of that this is what is it in a summary. What human are in a way good is kind of making connections that are highly unlikely, not predictable, forming kind of connections that are not there in a way, but you just somehow can create that. And of course, in an interaction, speaking is 70% of our communication. So there is still 80 something to build on in a way. So these kind of emotional aspects and creativity, I think that humans are still and probably will be where the kind of artificial things will not be kind of on our level. Maybe never.
No. We'll see, because you can create on even we create on that's what I was saying before. Like if new things come, it's because the creativity of human was here. So, but that's something not easy, because creativity, like some humans are creative, some are not, and that's a very specific skill to approach.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But it is a skill. So basically, you can also learn it in a way, and we could be kind of maybe shifting our educational systems towards more creativity. Now we are valuing a lot about analytical thinking in a way, that you are making kind of conclusions based on the data that you are seeing, and you are very analytical, so very good. But in a way, creativity is then a kind of something that maybe we could also shift a bit in a way. The way that we are in the future being is kind of build your creativity, because you have AI to support you with kind of AI and data related topics. So maybe that would be the way to go.
So relevant, because it pops up in my mind, like even like what we teach to like the school, what we teach in school is like to do math and all that, calculate. Even now the engineers like build calculation. The AI is faster. Sorry guys, but on many things they're faster than you and more. But what you're saying is right. If you're able to build your own creativity, maybe that's where we need to narrow the education more in the future. In the upcoming time, like, because we know human will be, AI will be better than us. We know that, like on some calculations. Maybe the spot to enhance or be better at is creativity, because that's where we know that's ahead. So academics, schools, whatever. I think that's a big point. But creativity can be all domains. It can be in business. You can be creative in business, in arts, in entertainment, even in calculations. Sometimes, creativity.
Absolutely, yeah. In a way, you make a combinations or human can make a combinations that has not really kind of there's no good kind of analytical reason to do so. It is just it's your intuition saying something that let's try this. And when you are putting a bunch of people together from a different field, they might get things or ideas from nowhere. So I'm not a psychologist or a person like that, but I think that is actually a human skill that kind of AI is not able to do.
We need Mohammed. We need to have a talk on that on the psychologist people.
Yeah.
That could be very. We have a big topic here.
I'll tell you something that was a discussion I had with some of our team, that whether the AI is replacing human or there is some sort of collaboration, and in terms of this creativity thing, that's sometimes some people see it some philosophical, that our mind and our brain is tailored and built to be creative. And having the AI and using the AI with our creativity, it will allow us to ask the AI much more creative questions. And the time that we consume to get some answers for these creative and crazy questions, the AI will get the answer just like this. This will give us the credibility and the luxury to even dig deeper and ask more and more and more creative questions. That's why this will accelerate the inventions, and that happens honestly now. Every single day, regardless the updates we have in the AI, the tone of updates and scientific research in terms of space, in terms of medicine, in terms of whatever thing, it's accelerated just because the AI. We still creative and we will keep being creative, but the AI is a very important tool to accelerate getting answers for our creative thoughts and things.
Yeah, and of course, and if you think about that, you are having that creativity, you are having that skill, and then you want to do things. So without tools, without AI, you are not able to do that much. You need to have a lot of people around with doing the things with you. And now, when that is kind of changed in a way that everybody has access to AI to kind of productize and turn those creative ideas into a kind of something that will accelerate the kind of productivity enormously. So when that is happening, we are taking a huge leap here in a way. Probably when we moved from the agriculture in a kind of urban living or kind of got the steam machines working with us or got the digitalization and that sort of things. It is something that it is very difficult to imagine what it will be, but the change will be so radical that it is kind of then we are looking back 20 years from now and thinking, it was then the things were so slow.
Listening this chat in 10 years, we are like, oh my God, world is so different than we imagined.
Yeah. Okay, that could there are multiple aspects for businesses and companies to think of when they start or need to build some subsidiaries or internal ventures, if we can say, like structuring their culture, their mindset, the budgets or the funding if they would need to invest in new things and new products, the internal governance, the leadership, everything, all of these mix all together to get out of this like an innovative and creative designing for new subsidiaries or products or in the ventures. What is the best approach to make all of these things work all together for having something on ground businesses or companies can implement in an easy way?
Tough question. I guess what we worked on previously 5 years ago on the systematic approach, and Timo has been also working on that. That comes even more valuable in the future. That we have this type of I would say matrix or something like that. That how different new ideas are taken into the market. It's might not be any more in funnel approach, but more like this type of decide what is most important to do next, and take into the account like is it compatible for the company, is it strategic fit, is it viable, feasible, desirable, and maybe scalable product, and then work on from there to kind of see that there's a problem solution and whatnot in and taking into account all these in even way, that you are not building product before you understand that there's a really kind of traction in the market and inside the company. I don't know if I answered your question, but it's a tough one.
Yeah. It's I think you're right. Yeah, it's not that easy, and because the affecting the factors that would affect this kind of process is mixed. It has politics, as we said at the beginning, and it has multiple aspects. But I guess this how these different things should work all together to get something, or to get ventures out of businesses and corporates. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and you said, Jukka, it's also like the funding world. We say it like, and we see it when we work with startups. Like, before you could raise and it was sustainable, just we say like, okay, we have users, or we need more time, or and now it's really driven by, okay, even so what you were saying also, it's confirming, like even inside a corporate, if you launch an internal venture, it must get a quick result on investment. Like it must get new business or very high efficiency, which before we were like, okay, we were building this era, these data sets of users. I don't know, if I take Spotify, it's kind of different, but they were just like, they wanted a lot of users and they were refining their business models after. Now we need like immediate results because the data are everywhere. It's changed. So even inside corporation, we give you this budget to launch this venture. We need results quick on what you're trying to do, and it will not, like before, it will not reinvest all the time. It has changed this in the global funding world, and even inside internal stuff. Can you guys give, I like this part because it's very pragmatic. Do you have like, can you give us like some case studies you worked on AI driving corporate innovations, examples, if you can share? If you don't want to name it, at least give some things. But I want to hear real world examples you worked on.
Well, we worked together with Jukka regarding this kind of AI innovation person or body that was working as a member of an innovation team, and this body was the person who actually knew the funnel and the process of innovation the best, had all the tools in the knowledge, understood all the kind of decision making criteria and all that, and was working together with the innovators, coaching and helping and doing the kind of repeating routine work and speeding up to work like that. Working through your kind of normal tools that you had there, in a way, not talking yet, but in a way through chat. And it was maybe a case study still. In a way, we didn't implement it, but in a way, yes. we did so far that we
It's good. You're honest.
we did go so far that we actually interviewed kind of potential users, potential decision makers there. And it was actually quite shaking to see how people got excited when they understood that this is not to take their jobs. This is to make their job meaningful.
Yeah, that's the biggest hustle struggle.
Yeah. And especially like when it was automating the repetitive tasks, kind of allowing them to use their time in a right way, in the meaningful tasks, and it was the power of the concept, and we are still working on that, and maybe soon you will find what it would be. Yeah. So maybe next chat, and yeah, and what I have been working on with my buddies from Quantic and with the capstone work, we found it out also. It's not corporate innovation related, but we found it that also like decision makers that are making the investments, they need assistance that can go through thousands of pitch decks or creating deals or making the decisions on where to invest. And as we spoke in the earlier in this discussion, that the world is changing so fast. It's also not changing only for the corporates, but for the investors.
True.
So that was our finding, that even like one deal, they could like save 40% of their time, multiple hours. So that's one thing that we have been working with other friends.
That's a very, very good one, because we know the investor, like it's they go very quickly when they screen even the pitch decks, even for the due diligence when they're trying to really get the data. That's a big work. And like and if you train well an agent, if you put like a structure and how the decision making, even like to calculate, like in the investment world, there's a big calculation on the future investment return on investment that will make. It's math basically, and if you put all that in AI, you can calculate. Okay, this is our valuation. This is the financial. These are the numbers regarding like your calculation. Bam! It will give. I'm already in your product, Jukka.
and the same things you need in corporates. So it's even more harder in the corporates to sell your idea, to get the investment. People think that okay, when you're in startup world, it's hard, but in corporate world, it's double
much
times.
Yeah, but and what you were just saying, to humans, we know that also the big decision in the investment world is the team, is the human part, and this guy, and it's between the investor and the team. If he doesn't like you, he doesn't feel the vibe. This is a very important criteria, and that's where I can put a score something, but at the end you can these guys, I trust them because I feel I can trust them, so I'll put my money with them. It's a big part of their decision. That's human creativity.
It is human. Yeah, it is absolutely. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So in that sense, you can't do it with only AI, because you need to have this kind of human trust connection.
Yeah. I think, and the one of the for the even getting funded for new projects, startups, and even internally for the corporates, having the AI part of analyzing data, estimating and simulating actions might happen if we took the decision or not. It even will accelerate the decision making with more confidence. Investors will definitely, now they are putting more money with the people they trust or like, but in the future, having the AI to do the math or to check the due diligence, not only from a financial perspective, but even from a business perspective, product perspective, market perspective, and trends.
And founder
change. Yes, founder's perspective. The AI has this powerful thing, but at the end, we drive with the AI to do this. I think this could take us to one of the most questions I always like, and all of us, I think, like, what is the future?
To end with, the final one. We always finish like that. We have our routine. AI told us to do like that, so we're following this routine. Finish by the trends you see in the corporate innovation world.
What is the trend? What is the emerging trends or technologies related to the AI, for sure, empowering the corporates for innovation, or the business leaders should take care or be ready for this coming wave of transformation?
Yeah, well, I think that it was a CEO of Sony a few maybe 20 years back that said that device without the connectivity is just a box. So has no value basically. And he was talking about I think PlayStation. I think that in the future, how I see it, that the service or solution without AI is just a box. So nobody wants it. Nobody will buy it. There's no business like that. This AI will be integrated in all the things that we are having. It is probably will be much lighter. It will be more smaller. That's how the things in the future will work, and that is of course opening a multiple of possibilities. What the kind of services and solutions that the future will consume are doing and having. So I think it is a paradigm shift that we are facing here.
I think, yeah, that's a good point. And AI won't just automate, but it will actively learn and anticipate the needs. Maybe it will be that we will see that it's leading to proactive rather than reactive solutions. The key is to see maybe that AI is not just a tool, but that it's a fundamental shift in the how we operate in businesses will operate, and we have to keep our kind of skill set and people learning a lot that they can like harness in the future all the benefits of the AI. So in a way that it won't be the black box in the future, people need to kind of de-learn and learn to harness all these aspects from the AI.
You're right, Jukka. I think it's a good end word not to finish because we're running out of time. But you're right. The de-learn to relearn or to learn, that's a good thing. Like even in creativity, like relearn to create. As we said, if we do the link. Yeah, thanks. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Thank you, Luca. Thank you, Timo. Honestly, I was very excited about the conversation. I like how this kind of insights we learned from you, and I see some comments as well for some of our audience commenting on some of the thoughts you shared. And we have the tagline of this talk that AI is no AI. that's amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much again for
Thank you.
being with us.
Thank you. On the comments, I see the comments of and David. You saw the talk. I saw David. You can talk to us in private, and you'll see you have a better human element. David, I saw David's comment. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a great time. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.